How big is the impact that you can have by playing a game slowly in World of Tanks? Hello people, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. This is Sorin and we're gonna play the K2 on Prohorovka. We're gonna play a tank with no gun depression, pretty much 6 degrees, with a roof, roof deck that can be penetrated by anything, and a gun that cannot really do anything at long distances. So that's the perfect, actually we play on Prohorok as well, so it's the best receipt for disaster. Um, my perfect position to take this tank it's roughly this 6 line or the 5 line, mainly to snipe across the 0 line, and on top of that to be to be countering people that play the E4 E6 area. So yeah, we kind of have a small influence for our first like the first encounters, but it's fine. um, what you should do in this kind of situation where you are playing an unsuited tank for especially an unsuited heavy for this situation, think what are your key strengths, and in this tank's case is the side armor. The side armor is an IS4 pretty much kind of armor. Actually it's a tier 9 kind of armor, but it's really good. And what you can do, you can get hit in the side if you angle it 40 degrees or something like that to the enemies, and you can bounce 300 millimeters and so on. And on top of that, you can spot. You can if you play over here, you can spot the enemies that are playing in our front. And with some sniper schnitzel that we have over here in the back, that is gonna be good, good things for us, because as you can see, we get some 600 assistance from those guys. Now what we're trying to do, we're trying to angle our armor, we track the side and us to the enemies, and we just try to make sure that we can actually see the enemies and shoot them. We're gonna fix the camera, and this is what I see. So over here I'm trying to use this bush, to get cover. Well, not really cover, but to try as hidden as possible, because it's a heavy tank and it can be spotted at max distance, which is never good. There is the Scorpion being aggressive, he gets punished for that. And this is the map where patient is the key. We don't manage to put a shell into the UDES, I'm a bit sad, and by this time I think I think I want to destroy that house because it's right in my view. I get spotted, and there is some pesky artillery at the back that is countering this position pretty hard. And we managed to put our first shell into the chieftain. Why I like to play the K2 over here, mainly because you have side profile, and with 0.4 accuracy or whatever is this kind of accuracy, 0.8 or something, what you do have low penetration, low shell velocity, it's much easier for you to punish enemies for 390 if they make the mistake and they push into this push to spot and to counter those guys. And how we know this game is already lost? Well, look at the map control. The enemies are pushing hardcore right where you have pretty much the most amount of tanks, the most amount of hit points. We lost the Senlak by the looks of it, and they have the LT, it's still alive, and they still have tanks I can spot. Of course, they're gonna get some tank destroyer over here. If they get a tank destroyer over here, once those guys are dead, then I cannot really play in this area, because I can get obviously the area here is really flat. Only area that I can play is over here, where I have this ridge line that can protect me from any guys that are over here, but it's still gonna be really tough. So let's see how we play this out. So KB5 pushing in, the Bizonte is low HP, artillery is hitting us, it's focusing this guy, and by this point it's like, can I do my 2000 damage to, to stay in my shape? We managed to pick up the LT kill. That was really well played by him. I don't know what happened. And because I'm playing for 70% mark of excellence, and because I'm playing for the battle pass, I try to be as competitive as possible. On top of that, I think I played with boosters, like credit boosters, so I try to be as to have as much of an influence as possible on my statistics, credit, income, average experience, and of course mark of excellence, which I'm not gonna get my third mark this month or next month or whenever I'm gonna get my third mark. because I'm like 350 points out of the 400. So yeah, around 10 more games and I'm done with this tank. I can play something that is more more better if I can say so in terms of the gun, mobility, and maybe turret armor. The T-34 is going balls deep into our side. Um, he's getting punished. Can we snipe him? Of course we can. We have a Russian gun, and just like that, 1.7k. We're looking like we still have a chance to win this game. So what do you think? We're gonna win this? Um, those guys pushed over here, which it's a bit sad because they have two Bisonte, which can pretty much they can clip everything over there. But alive, the artillery is punishing us, and they have a Scorpion that is playing somewhere over here up top, and he's spamming the full gold. He has the influence, he has the penetration, the accuracy, so I cannot really do anything there rather than run away and hug a corner, actually hug a reach line, where I'm actually completely safe. Uh, Looks like we lost like pretty much all our forces right now. There is like the 50 TP died, the AMBT died, the AMX died, and pretty much everyone died. And we are still up to 1.2k damage, which is not good. Come on, I need to make my shell counts, I need to do some damage. And at this point, you cannot really be aggressive. You just wait for the enemies to make the mistake. There we go, we get spotting. There are two Bisonte, they can clip me, they can like you know, have a big influence. They push. We need to make sure that we connect. There we go. Two extra shells plus an extra I don't know, like 550 extra kind of assistance. So yeah, because we've been patient, because we know what we were doing, we managed to have an extra two shells and 550 extra spotting. But that's not the end of it. The Scorpion is still farming that 300 meters of APCR pen, and I'm still really scared by it because, well, I still have 1.1k HP, and I can trade this HP effectively for another like 1k damage or 2-3 shells extra. So this is why I'm really holding tight this position and I'm trying to be as safe as possible. So as you can see, the Scorpion managed to pick this guy that was fighting into the open world. Actually, where he was there. Yes. As I mentioned, this position is really good once they have the entire flank over here. So yeah, they cannot really counter you. Only the artillery piece can counter you. Those guys, if you're playing cooldown, but it's really hard. They have to pick, and if you have tank destroyers over here, then it's gonna be really good. Maybe you are playing a platoon, you have a friend who's playing the tank destroyer, and say, yo, go to these bushes, and he can get some juicy damage in, which will help you as well with spotting. And on top of that, because you get spotting, you get more experience and more. I think you get more credits as well. Yes, you do get more credits. Over here, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to be. Oh, yes, I tried to type this thing. So what I said, that the T-33 needs to kill this guy so he can push, he can get over here and get their side. Over here I get tracked. This charioteer is trying to find the weak point. We're actually having a nice spot over here. That's actually really good by me. And we get another assistance, which is really, really good. Just look at this texture and this, this aim. Come on, can make it count? There we go. Nice. So we put another two shells in. We managed to get, we are getting hit by any side. The artillery is focusing us. And the K2 is a tank that doesn't want to go down. And actually he wants to go down, but not those guys that are firing the small caliber. Come on, can you put one more shell in? There we go, an H shell through the Scorpion cheeks, and the Scorpion set us on fire with penetration to the rear, and on top of that with the fire. Because we don't have an automatic fire extinguisher, we are having the manual one. And let's see what kind of influence we had for this little gameplay that we had. We played passively. Actually, what we played safely. We managed to get into cover before the enemies managed to get into a better position, as you saw with the Centurion. He got punished by the Scorpion, and we managed to be, you know, we managed to get safe and get at least 1,000 extra damage to our combined, which is really, really good. So, yeah, I'll see Legends in a garage. Alright, yeah, and here are in the garage. It was a defeat screen. And yeah, we managed to do 3.3k damage. We managed to finish first by the damage with the help of the Scorpion, that he managed to snipe everything that we spotted, I believe. Yes, he managed to get us around 1.6k assistance on the end game, which was the most important for us, because 613 base experience is not really bad for a losing match. We managed to hit eight shells. We managed to penetrate all of them because we managed to aim, well, I guess decent. We managed to pick up one kill. Well, personally, I'm not the person that goes for kills. Is like if I have a guy that is 50 HP, and if I have a guy which is full HP, I'll go for the full HP guys just because I'm stat padding at the moment. So yeah, we did have quite an influence, which which I mentioned to you is really important to have, especially in the end game where you have to stay focused. Um, let's say you are playing the scout, you have the mistake in the first 30 seconds, but what you need to do is to never give up in World of Tanks. Even if you have one hit point, is still gonna make the difference, because if let's say you are playing the ELC 90, or let's say you are playing a light tank, you can still spot there is also a gun in the game. You can you can surround their enemies, you can isolate them, you can snipe, you can do a lot of things whilst you are in the game. You're gonna benefit your allies a lot. Well, give or take that you have to play more aggressive, but the moral of this video is to always to try to be as to think outside the box, to see, well, in 1 minute if the enemies push, what am I gonna do, what am I gonna how I'm gonna play this perfectly, how can I get safe, how can I get more use of my tank and of my you know the position where you are at. And this is exactly what happened over there with the K2. We saw that, yeah, we lost that flank. We need to get in cover and try to be and still have the obviously to still have the influence with this beast. And in terms of the K2, this is my crew, quite good crew, and this is the setup that I'm using on the K2, which probably I believe we did not saw earlier in the, or did you saw then? I'm not really sure, but this is the K2. Um, beautiful tank in my opinion. I really love playing with it. The armor is really insane, and we played the vehicle to its key main strength, and that was the side armor. So without further ado, I hope this video was a bit informative, and if it was, don't forget to give it a like and a subscribe to see more content like this one. So without further ado, I'll see legends in the next one. Bye bye.